Hi, Greg Silva. Welcome to another day of our Self Improvement Month. It's been 3 weeks now, and we're making some great progress. 3 weeks ago, I was reading Success Magazine, and they had an article about September being Self Improvement Month. And I did a short email video for everyone, and I said, well, Self Improvement Month, why wait to September? Let's get started now. So, most of the month of August, we've been giving out tips on a daily basis for small increments of self-improvement. And I hope you've really been not only watching these and listening to these, but following up because we've done some cool things. I'm just kind of looking at my notes here. One of the first ones was just about positive thinking. And I talked about is your brain getting fat? In other words, we have different choices on foods we can eat during the day to keep our body lean and healthy. You have a choice of good foods or you have junk food. Well, if you do junk food, you're going to get those type of results and gain weight and get fat. Same thing with your mind. If you feed your mind positive things, you can stay lean, you can be thinking sharp. If you start putting junk into your mind and a lot of negative things, then that's what we call being fat in the brain. So we want to keep our brain lean and not get fat, so we want to put good things, good positive things. That was one day. We talked about just smiling. In other words, if we're going to have a great positive attitude, we got to smile and show people that attitude. We talked about Flower Friday, doing something just nice and brighten up someone's day on Friday. So not only do they feel happy, but they share that happiness with other people that they meet throughout the day. We talked about our to-do list. It's really important for us to be organized to really progress. But instead of doing our to-do list in the morning, I suggest we do it in the evening. This way, while you're sleeping, your subconscious is actually working on your to-do list, and you'll be surprised how many ideas you wake up in the morning. Plus, your to-do list is done. As soon as you get up, you're ready to go. You hit the floor and you're running. We talked about savings, how important it is to plan ahead and plan for the future, not only for retirement, but things like educational funds and things like vacation funds. So it's important to have a savings. And we decided it's not going to just be savings if we have a couple extra dollars, but it's going to be savings that we're going to discipline ourselves to do either weekly or monthly and automatically have it transfer from our checking account to our savings account. We talked about random act of kindness. Going to Starbucks, getting yourself a cup of coffee, and treating the person behind you. And hopefully they're going to pass that along and pass along. So we're starting acts of kindness by doing a random act of kindness ourselves. We talked about trying something new. I did this last week. And I said, I'm going to participate in all these things that I'm telling you. And I chose archery. So archery is going to be my new thing. That's going to kind of break me out of my comfort zones, doing something different, learning about something brand new. I brought you over to my library and we talked about reading. I shared some of the books that I read. And I talked about how leaders are readers and they read every single day and how you should set aside 20 to 30 minutes a day, especially in the morning. Nice quiet time where you can do some thinking, some reading, some learning, and just becoming inspired. We talked about charities, and I was really impressed on how many emails I got back where people took action on supporting some type of charity through the martial arts school. I talked about blind spots. These are flaws in our character we don't even see because we're blind to them. But our actions and feedback from other people can point those out. So we talked about overcoming these blind spots and doing something about them. We talked about eating healthy. One day I just said no cheating. The whole idea was to eat a solid day without absolutely any cheating in your diet. So those are all things we did on a daily basis with the whole idea of August being self-improvement month. Now, I hope you did them because if you did them, you did something each day with the result of looking forward towards the end of the month and seeing a lot of self-improvement. But the challenge is, I imagine some of you listen to some, you say, wow, that's a pretty cool idea. I like that idea, but you either didn't do it, maybe you put it aside, you didn't have time that day, and all of a sudden you got another one the next day, and it just didn't get done. I was talking to a client recently who said, I get all your emails. I've been in the industry for 20 years. I've been part of another consulting company. I've heard a lot of this before. I go, I'm sure you did. It's funny, almost everyone has access to the same information. But what you do with it and the actions you take are the difference. And this is our self-improvement tip for today. Let's take action. If you haven't taken action on all these, maybe we can go a little bit longer than a month and you can start taking action on one little thing for self-improvement. With your business, if you heard something before, also maybe you tried something before, it didn't work, don't discount it because it does work for a lot of people. Take Paul Garcia, for example. He's in a small town of Attleboro, Mass. His school grossed $102,000 last month. That's incredible. He doesn't hide any secrets. When he does the staff meeting, he's sharing every Friday exactly what he does with his school. So yeah, maybe you've seen it, but you do it at the level that he's doing it. Are you training your staff with the leadership qualities that he's doing? I look at Jim Moran. Jim Moran's in Wallingford, Connecticut. Not a huge town by any means, but he did $65,000 a couple months ago. 2 years ago, he only did $20,000. What's the difference? A lot of it is taking action, making sure things get done. Also, it's not waiting, but doing it now. Just like when I started the series, why wait to September? Let's do it now. Self-improvement's important. Well, guess what? Running a successful school is important. I remember sitting in my school of 2,000 square feet listening to Tony Robbins, and he got on one of his tapes one time and said, don't wait, do it now. You're going to want to leave something in a legacy. You're going to want to make a difference in someone's life. Don't do the same thing day in after day in. So what I did is I picked up my phone, I called my landlord, I expanded from 2,000 square feet to 10,000 square feet. I didn't have all the pieces put in place yet, but I had to make it work because that's what I want. I want to make a huge difference, not just a little difference. I think about people that are in our Cornerman program. Cornerman program is ridiculously inexpensive in that for 2 students per month, you can get Cornerman. Cornerman, I do the same thing with the videos, or I don't do, but Paul Garcia, Craig Haley, Bill Storm, Doug Bertrand. We're all sending out some type of daily business improvement topics. Now, the thing is, do some people look at them? Yes, some people look at them. But some people really take action. They may have heard it before, but now they understand the details. Now all of a sudden they've grown to a place where that makes the difference. But you have to take action. You have to be consistent. Knowing something is one thing. Putting it to use is totally different. When I said I'm taking up archery, I can buy the bow, I can buy the arrows, I can buy the targets. I've heard all that before. That's what you need. Pull the bow back and shoot. But unless I go out there and practice, unless I get a coach that teaches me how to do it, unless I get a coach that's going to refine my skills, I'm going to be average. No way I want to be average. When I do some type of sport or something, I want to be good at it. Same thing with your business. Take action. Don't wait any longer. You've got your to-do list, get to that to-do list. And as I mentioned a couple weeks ago, take the most difficult thing, most challenging thing, the one thing you don't want to do, start the day with that. You have all the energy at that time. Get it done. And then you kind of, all of a sudden, the rest of the day, man, I'm so proud I got that done. I can tackle anything now. So the tip today, keep your enthusiasm up, keep your energy up, and get things done.